Time, the gender gap, the divide between male and female voters appears to be a key factor in the presidential election. New numbers out from the New York Times and Siena College polling shows the VP doing better with women in the battleground states. You can sort of flip it around and men succeed, or at least Donald Trump is doing better with men in those states as well. Julia, Manchester, national political reporter for The Hill. Hello, hello. Chris Steyerwalt hanging with me. You wrote a story on this today, and your observation is what?
My observation is there is clearly, there could be seen as enthusiasm among women. There always is, really. We know that women, tend to historically, going back to the 80s, favor Democrats. But if you take that Ann Seltzer Des Moines Register poll on its face,
the one from Iowa.
Yep. So this is, it shows in red-leaning Iowa, Kamala Harris leading with independent women by 28 points, and with women over 65, over 35 points. You would think that's cause for concern among Donald Trump and Republicans. Republicans I've talked to are somewhat split today. There are some Republicans saying, take those warnings. This could be a warning for a nearby state like Wisconsin. But at the same time, look, this was a poll with a margin of error, a 6-point margin of error. It is Iowa. It's not necessarily indicative of the rest of the country. We've seen other polls, like a New Marist poll out today with a thinner gender gap. So take what you will with that.
Real quick, Chris, the no comment candidate, it's been a part of Harris's strategy. We'll find out tomorrow or in the upcoming days if it works. What do you think the thinking there was for her? Was it just solely to try to keep the spotlight on Trump? Was it that this isn't an issues election? It's about who do you like? Where is she there?
Whoever we've been talking about in the closing days of the past two elections is the one who lost. And Kamala Harris wants this to be an election about Donald Trump, right? So she, after staying out of the limelight for a long time, went and ran the paces, did the interviews, went and did a bunch of media, did all that stuff. But she very much wants wanted the last days of this election to be.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.